I don't know anybody who really got ever motivated when they were doing great. I've never met anybody who built a great company. I mean, Amazon got built out of '08 and '09. It really did. It also got built out of '01. It really
Right.
did. Netflix dominated '08 and '09. I mean, they were still Blockbuster back then. You realize that, right?
Right.
So every great thing happens, every great movie. It doesn't take studying Joseph Campbell long enough to know that Rocky isn't Rocky without a problem. You know, Braveheart isn't a movie without a problem. It's when we have challenges, we grow as human beings. So I'm not saying we need to seek challenges. I'm just telling you, as a real estate investor, agent, developer, 85% of the world is taking a nap right now. And I study sports. You get ahead in sports when your team screws up. I'm a big hockey guy. When Tretiak got put in the 1980s Olympics on the bench, when finally the goalie from the USSR, the greatest goalie in the world, got put on the bench, the USA had a chance to win. So
Right.
I'm telling you, 85% of our competition is taking a nap, scared, nervous, watching the news. Here's where we shine and we do what needs to get done.
In your book, I mean, how do you convince the average person to not be average in a time that everybody else is scared? Where do you create your lions from?
I don't do what other people do. Maybe I'm like a pain in the neck, but pain in the ass. I don't know. But basically, I'm one of these people that looks at the world differently. And I would tell all of you right now, like, so I got a chance to watch all the governors do their little like, hey guys, you need to stay home thing. And one of the things I recognize, I start with language. I start everything with language. I'm the guy that you get a phone call to that changes 3 words in a listing and sells a $10 million home. I'm the guy that the infomercial companies call that changes 5 words on an infomercial and they do an extra $100 million. So I start everything with language. So what the governors said, and let's get really clear, almost every one of them, I watched a dozen of them, said, please stay home. It would be helpful. Let's get over this thing together. And then the media immediately says, LA's on lockdown. The governor never said lockdown. They used the word lockdown. They used the word quarantine. No one is telling anyone they're on quarantine except for the media. They use that specific terminology to hold your attention, to lower your resistance, to sell you on advertisers to watch that stuff. So what I'm going to tell you is one of the first places we need to look is just accept we are not on quarantine and we are not on lockdown. We are selectively staying home because we're asked to be here. We're being polite or being kind, whatever it is we're doing. And also we're not really on quarantine because unless you just got back from Brazil or you just got back from Spain, you're home and that's all it is. So when you use appropriate language for what's going on, you've got an opportunity. I'm also going to tell you, if you watch 10 hours of the news a day or even more than 10 minutes, you've been infected by the negativity. So here's the deal. Life was never easy before this. It was just easier. So I'm just saying right now, one of the things, I know you can't do business as usual, but I could give you a few cases that if you think about it, how we can do things that are very, very different. So if you are a person that is so set on doing things the way you've always done it, you're not going to make it. I'm just going to tell you, you're going to be in trouble. We're going to have to learn how to pivot. I've helped at least a dozen businesses pivot to the tune of $1 million in the last 60 days. And it has been by working a little to the right or a little to the left and understanding right now what it is they need to do.